I knew it was way too good to be true, but yeah, it doesn't necessarily surprise me that much anymore, but apparently Nintendo is delaying something else, and what I mean by that is the Switch 2. It was supposed to be coming out this year. Apparently it got pushed back to 2025, and it seems like that's something that Nintendo has been doing a lot lately. Um I can't even like remember how many times Metroid Prime 4 has gotten pushed back. I mean, that game was announced back in 2017, and here we are in the year 2024, and we got nothing. And the last time we heard anything like big about the Switch console was like in 2021. And when I mean like something big, I mean like in terms of, I guess, the Switch console possibly having like 4K gameplay and what have you. It was announced back in 2021 that the Switch OLED was supposed to be coming out, and pretty much all we got was like brighter resolution and a brighter display. We didn't get 4K like gaming or anything like that, and that was a bit of a disappointment. And I'm going on record and assuming that's what we're going to get with Switch 2, but Nintendo is going to need more time before they unveil the actual console. Now, the details about this game system is something that I really don't like know about, and I don't think a lot of people know much about it. They're pretty much in the dark like I am. But um but obviously, they're planning something big for 2025 aside from the Switch release. Hopefully, either Mario Kart 9 or Metroid Prime 4 is announced, next year in 2025, because I don't know, people are sick of the delays and the pushbacks and them not taking action, because in 2022 and this past year in 2023, we haven't really heard anything big other than the fact that I guess Mario Kart 9 was in development. So I think that was back in I think it was that was announced back in like January of 2022, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe they need another year to, I guess, complete Mario Kart 9. At least I hope that's what they're working on. They probably need another year for Metroid Prime 4 and any other games, because it seems like we've been getting nothing but remakes from Nintendo as of late, aside from the Tears of the Kingdom game. Um, and the thing is, like the Super Mario RPG remake, even though it's a classic, I feel like it's something that has just completely blown over. It's something that people aren't really talking too much about. Still a great game, but I don't know. I don't know. We were hoping for like the Switch 2, like either last year or this year, but apparently that's not going to be a thing. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like they have too many high profile games coming out this year. I know that Princess Peach game is supposed to be coming out a little bit later this year, and we got the Mario versus Donkey Kong game that's supposed to be coming out, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, at this point, I hope that the wait was worth it, because if the Switch 2 falls below people's expectations, then it's gonna probably, bomb really hard. Not as hard as like the Wii U or anything, but I don't think it will do as good as like the Switch console that we have right now. And for the most part, I think that I feel like the Switch 2 is probably going to be one of the more anticipated game systems of this decade, and I don't think it's going to like surpass like the PlayStation 5 or anything like that. Um the Switch console is going to be tough to surpass, because I believe the one that's out now, so far it's reached over 139 million copies, or not copies, units in relation to sales. And honestly, I think it's surpassed the Wii console at this point. You know what I mean? So it's probably one of Nintendo's best-selling game consoles in a long time. Probably like ever. One of their best, and I'm excluding like the Game Boy line and all that stuff. I'm talking about home consoles. Like Switch is probably one of their most profitable video game consoles, and I think it's only going to be a matter of time before they ultimately end up discontinuing the Switch console altogether. I don't think it's going to come anytime soon, but I've heard rumors that the Switch 2 might be backwards compatible, and some people feel like that's not necessarily a good move because the reason why the Switch console was successful is because it wasn't backwards compatible. But at the same time, the Wii U console was backwards compatible, and a lot of people argue that that's one of the reasons why it didn't do too well in terms of sales because it encouraged people not to buy it. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to wait and see for sure whether or not the Switch 2 is backwards compatible. If it's not, then okay, that's something that I expect. If it is, it's going to be interesting to see how well the Switch 2 console does in relation to sales after its release in 2025.